Okay, and before we set up a production-ready application and deploy it online so everyone can see our awesome project, let's work on two challenges. And the first one is following. I want to set up numbers, just like they have in Amazon. Now, please don't worry about the CSS. The main goal is to figure out how we can get the correct number for the book. So if I have a list, each value represents whether it's the first one, second one, and hopefully you see where I'm going with this. And I just want to display those numbers. Again, I'll show you the CSS. It's actually very simple and all that. But for now, just worry about getting that number somewhere here in a component. And also we'll set up the title. That's going to be our second challenge. And for both of them, pretty much, if you want to work on that independently, once I'm done explaining the challenge, just stop the video, try to accomplish it yourself. And once you're ready to compare the results, just resume the video. Now, you don't have to. You can simply just watch and code along with me. And basically, like I said, I want to set up those numbers so I can see which item this is in the list, whether it's the first one, second one, or third one. Don't worry about the CSS, and I'll give you a tiny hint. I'm going to use index for this. Again, I'm not using index for the key. I'm using it to get the value. So I can clearly display whether it's the first book, second, or third. Again, if you want to work on this independently, please stop the video right now and resume once you're ready to compare the results. I'm going to go to index.js, and then the second parameter in map method is the index. So we can reference it here. I'm going to go with index, and I'm going to come up with a different prop name. Of course, I can go with index, but I'm just going to go with number and then index. All right, good. Then let's go to a book.js. So now we navigate to a book component, and we want to grab that number, correct? We're going to go here. And remember, arrays in JavaScript are zero indexed based. What does that mean? That means that if I'm going to go here with log and number, I'll nicely see 0, 1, and 2, which is awesome, but it doesn't really match exactly, correct? So it should be 1, 2, 3. What's the solution? Well, we can just add +1. And in my case, I'm going to place that in a span. So right after the author, I'm going to go with span. I'll add a class just because I'll add the styles in a second. And then we can go here like this, number +1, which effectively will get us the right number. And the reason why you see everything displayed, because of course I already added the CSS, so my apologies. Let me just remove this one for now. I was already working on that. We'll set that one up in a second. If you have the same setup, you should see number all the way after the author. And also I want to showcase that once we go back to a JavaScript land, of course we can use the template literals as well. So let's say in my case, I want to add that hashtag in front of it. So in order to do that, I'm going to go here with the template literals. And then remember, in a template literal, in order to access the variable, we need to go with $sign and then the curlies. Keep in mind, that is a JavaScript syntax. We are back here in JavaScript land. So we just need to follow the same rules. I'll start here with the hashtag. And then I'll go with $sign and then the curlies. So again, I'm accessing the same number. I'm still adding +1. The difference is that I just nicely added this hashtag. That's it. And then as far as the CSS, we want to go to index CSS. I want to make book relative because the span with the value of number is going to be absolute. So in order to control the absolute, we need to set up the parent as relative. Then let's keep moving. And we're going to go with number. Like I said, position, absolute. Then I want to go with top, 0, left, is also going to be 0. And we have font size, padding, and I'm just going to add those border radiuses. Since I'm using the border radius for entire card, I just decided that it's a good idea to do the same thing for the span. So padding is going to be 0.75 REMs, then font size 1. After that, we have border, and I don't want to go with border radius because essentially this is going to apply all around. And it's hard to see because we don't have any background. So let's say here red. Notice, I mean, it doesn't look as good as when we go with border top, and we're going to go with left radius. So only the left side, and I also decided to do the right side. Now you don't have to. So let's copy and paste. This is going to be bottom and then right. Let's save that. Okay, awesome. And now let's just add some background colors. And this one I actually got from the Amazon, so it's not really a secret. You can just go there, pick the color, and it's going to spit back this one most likely. And let's just go with color and set it equal to a white. And with that, we're done with this challenge. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And in next video, we'll work on the title challenge.